Yay Networks.
Everybody, and welcome to Real Talking Podcast. I am so excited today because I am bringing you a special treat of someone that is so near and dear to my heart. I think you remember people when they've impacted you. That's how you remember people in life. And it's very important to remember the good ones so that when the bad ones are showing out, the people that don't matter, you keep remembering what the good ones did in your life for you, something just special. And so we're going to talk about that today. It is my girl, Jane Harris, as all of you know her as, the Virgin Hair Fantasy. And you can find her on social media. We're going to talk about her product. We're going to talk about how she is a bad boss chick, but so stinking level. I mean, a great wife of 15 years to an incredible chef. That might be why they got a really good thing going on, though, because he can cook. So we're going to talk about how they made it work, how they both got businesses that are thriving, how they're each other's escape and not each other's duty. They got 3 kids. I think she's, you really have become like one of my best. Oh! You're my bestie in my head. And I don't just say that to anybody.
I know that.
We're just going to get into it. And y'all know I love to celebrate women, especially women that are, man, the fame, the fortune hasn't gotten them all up in the clouds. They're so approachable. They're so loving. And so I have decided that in the next few podcasts, I'm going to bring some people on that, man, I just love. Social media has a way of making you feel like you are best friends with people that you've never met, but you are connected on social media. And so we're going to talk about how to be aware of that and not allow your boundaries to stop you from being a blessing or having a blessing come into your life. So here's what I want y'all to do before we get into it. I want you to make sure you share this right now, wherever you're watching, whatever platform you're watching this on. I want you to share this right now. Go just push that share button and share it. Also, subscribe. Like whatever channel you're on, make sure you're pushing that subscribe button because it matters, so that every single time I post something, you are getting a notification of, man, we just got a podcast that dropped that's going to change your life. I never bring any podcast on here that's not going to touch someone in a special way. If it's just giving you hope that at 46 years old, at 51 years old, that 46 years old, 51 years old, that you can be powerful and it's never too late. And it doesn't matter where you came from. You're going to get something out of every podcast that is going to literally change your life if you take the tips that we give you and you work them. You believe in you. And so make sure you're subscribing, make sure you're sharing, make sure that you're getting your journal because you're going to want to write some stuff down, because in order to elevate, you got to be able to take some knowledge. The Bible says that when you get wisdom and understanding, that's when God really can use you. Because why would he keep opening doors? Why would he even at all open doors for you if what he gives you, you can't handle it? And so we're going to talk about that today. So we love you. I'm excited to share my guest with you, and make sure you're leaving comments, and make sure you're going to realtalkcom.com right now and shopping in my store, rtkstyle.com, or you can get in one of my master classes, or you can get in my RTK Inner Circle, right? My community that I built just for you, or you can get in my masterminds, which is my one-on-one coaching for a year. Also, we're in the month of the conference, and so you could get into the conference still. I'm buying chairs to make sure your tush has a seat. So you can get a ticket to my retreat conference right here called Unleashed, June 20th, 21st, and 22nd, right here in Atlanta at the church I'm so privileged to pastor, Limitless Church, 1653 Highway 85 South, Fayetteville, Georgia, 30215. 10 and 11:30. Get in the building if you're in Atlanta, y'all. Listen, we got a beautiful, loving community, and it is a place that is safe to park your heart and grow with us. Community matters. All right. So go get your chip. tips, whatever you want to do, get a friend on the phone. Y'all watch this together. Share, subscribe, and we will be right back. So I met you literally online.
Yes.
And it was in a season where I had been stuck in the Mohawk for 20 years. And I had allowed a whole bunch of people in a free app to keep telling me I couldn't change. Like, you can't grow out your hair because that's your brand. And I listened. But something happened to me when I started to turn 50. And I all of a sudden got this craving for long hair. Now, I stayed away from long hair for a long time because I was raised in a religion that said women couldn't cut their hair. And so that was kind of like my rebellion.
Yes.
Oh, let me cut my hair off short. But I started, it's like God began to put in my spirit, like, it's time to elevate. Wow. And we connected, and I don't really even know how.
It was quick.
It was God.
Yes, it was.
And you slipped in my DMs. And you were like, I'm going to send you a peruca.
Sure did.
Which we got some girlfriends with us. And we're going to share this with you guys, what she does. And me and you just became like long lost sisters. Yeah. And I remember, because of social media, there's always somebody with an agenda.
All the time.
They always got a reason for why they are talking to you.
Exactly.
Or what they need you, an opportunist or whatever. But you were not like that. So tell us a little bit about, who is Jane Harris?
I'm so excited to be here. Thank you so much for having
honored.
me. I grew up in Nigeria, born and raised. I left my country at 16 years old, went to college in London. My dad didn't have didn't go to college. So he just did the best he could. Like, as soon as he could come up with the money, he goes, where do you want to go to school? I was like, London, away from here. He's like, you sure you want? I was like, I want to go to London. And he sent me to London. And then things got a little crazy. And he was
You went by yourself?
Yes, I was 16. Yes. And my school opened another branch in the US during the Olympics. And he was like, it'll be cheaper to pay your fees in dollars as opposed to pounds. Do you want to try the US? I'm like, sure, let's do it. Literally looked on the map. And I was like, oh, so that's what Atlanta looks like. Let's come to Atlanta. So moved to Atlanta.
By yourself?
And yes, at the age of 18 and went to college, finished my college education and fell in love with retail. Like,
really?
I loved retail. It was something I did in college. And after I graduated, I just kept doing it. And then I found out about commission. I was like, you tell me I'm like, how high do you want me to jump for this commission? So I started working in commission sales and worked for the company for 13 years.
What company?
It's a shoe store called Marmy.
Oh my gosh.
Marmy Shoe Store. They had 33 stores and they moved me to New York to run their flagship store. And that's when I started realizing that there was something in me that I had to share with the world.
Come on.
I just couldn't put my finger on it. But even from moving from that shoe store I was 18 years old and I became a store manager for a $4 million store at 21. I remember walking in my first day of work like, you guys, I'm going to mess this up. Like, I don't even know what I'm doing. I've never been a manager. You having me manage a $4.5 million store, 4 levels on Madison Avenue? First of all, I can barely even speak English. What are you talking about? And then the owner of the company, he goes, you're the best one for the job. I was like, are you sure? I'm going to burn this down. Like, I don't even know how to, but he was right. He knew I would figure it out. Somehow he knew. And I ran that store for 13 years. Didn't quite get it to 4 million, but got it to 3.5.
What?
So
these kind of stories make me almost tear up a little bit, because if you wouldn't have just risked, look, you risk it. Like you got yourself out there and said, you know how many things I do, Jane, that I'm scared to death.
Oh
like, I don't know
gosh.
what I'm doing.
Oh my gosh.
But I'm like, only thing that can happen is that I fall and I get back up again. And so to hear your story, there are people watching us today that they never had support from their families, or they moved from Nigeria, or they are the first in their family to become a CEO or start a company, and they're betting on themselves. And to hear your story, like, I didn't even know this, that you did it with your knees shaking.
I was scared.
Man, but you said yes.
Yes. I don't even, now that I think about it, I'm like, wow, you were so bold. Like I look at my younger self, like that was so bold. Because I was worried. I mean, there was like $8 million worth of inventory in the building. And, you know, I saw the numbers and I'm like, and they gave me the keys. I would sleep with the keys on. I was like,
like you were still in Nigeria.
like, what are you doing? You know, but, you know, put on the front, with, you know, I remember my suit was just a little over, like, I felt like I was in a big girl shoe and it wasn't my size.
Oh my God.
The whole time for years. And I remember when we did 2 million, the third year, I started popping my collar a little bit.
Come on.
I was like, you know what? That was me. You know what I mean? So it took me 3 years to finally fit in that shoe a little properly. And then on the 4th year, you couldn't tell me nothing. I was like, I got this. But that's it.
And so what? You just one day it clicked. But what's funny to me is you went to London by yourself.
Yes.
Then you came to the Metropolitan of Atlanta.
Yes.
By yourself.
During
the Olympics?
During the Olympics.
What?
Yes.
And then you moved to New York.
Yes.
On Madison Square.
Yes.
So you did all of this, just this girl that betted on herself.
Scared the whole time.
Man. So y'all, she's telling you need to just fly.
Yeah.
Like if you wouldn't have risked it all and just, nobody in your family had done it.
No.
You were the first.
My parents hadn't even been to the U.S.
You were like a generational breaker.
Thank you.
That's what you were.
Thank you.
So you were at this place and you're like, man, we hit 3 million. Popping your collar.
Yes.
And you were like, if I'm making all these millions for others, then why can't I do it for myself? Is that how it happened?
I realized that it wasn't them, it was me. I was like, so I'm the product. Yeah. It wasn't the shoes because everything I sold, everything I would touch, my clients wouldn't shop until I was there. I was like, oh, I have the gift of connection. Yeah. Like my clients would just connect with me. So I was like, how can I do this for my own business so I can have more freedom?
Yes.
That's when it clicked for me, realizing my gift, that it was me. God gave me the gift of connection. Man. And he wants me to use it however way I want to use it. Man. And I had a good boss. The owner of my company, he was amazing. Oh. He was amazing because he saw in me before I could see myself. He was amazing. But I felt like I needed to do more. There was more for me.
Come on.
There was more for me.
What made you get into perucas though? Explain first what a peruca is.
A peruca is a wig. When I started the wig business with my husband, wig 15 years ago when you said wig, it was not a positive thing. It was like, oh, this was before Kylie Jenner came out and made the wig thing a fancy, beautiful thing, which I'm so grateful that she did, because I remember when she posted, the business changed immediately. So before that, when you would say wig was a bad thing. Wig was a hump on your head. It looked like you had a house on your head. It was not a
house on your head.
So I told my husband, I'm like, we're going to go into the wig business. I want to call my wig something else. He was like, well, what are we going to do? I said, can we look at wigs in different languages and see which one sounds better? Oh. I mean, we had a bunch of names. And then we came across the Portuguese language. They call it peruca. I was like, ooh, that sounds like something someone's going to want to buy.
Sounds expensive.
Yes.
Sounds like life-changing overnight.
Exactly. I was like, what is a peruca? So I was like, oh, that's it. Let's use that. And then people couldn't even pronounce it, but it started a conversation. So that's how we came up with the name peruca.
So I remember when you reached out to me, we connected and I fell in love with you. And it was like immediately I put my heart in your hands. Now I was scared to death because I did not know white women wore wigs. Yes. Like I was so in the dark. And I remember everybody was like, I was growing my hair out and I looked like Miss Brady. And all these people in my prayer call that I do at 8 a.m. in the mornings was saying, you need to get like a wig. Try some wigs out so you know what style you want. Yes. And I was like, because you know me, I say everything. I was like, white women don't wear wigs. Baby. And all of a sudden, it was like you and everybody else was like, girl, y'all started it. Like white women started extensions.
Yes.
I never
half
knew
up,
it.
Half down. Yes, for years. It just, people don't really talk about it. And then it looks so good that it blends. But yeah, yes.
And I remember you sent me my first wig, my peruca.
I was so nervous. I was like, it has to work. Girl, I prayed. I was like, you have to work, okay? Because I knew how you hadn't done it before. I needed it to work for you because I'm like,
did I make you proud?
You did so good. Because I'm like, if she can handle it without any experience, anybody can do it.
But what was so funny was I lived in Atlanta. You should probably have come and helped me in the beginning.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But we were just baby steps. But I started doing extensions because I just was like so afraid that one day, because, I preach hard.
Of course.
And I was like, man, I'm going to shout this peruke off. Right? I'm scared to death that I'm going to knock it off. And so I started extensions. But my first year of extensions was nothing like my experience with your perukas, because that peruka, I could just put it on my head because it's not glued.
Exactly.
It's not glued.
And when you're trying to move and shake and change the world, as we all try to do in our own worlds, you need something. It's a tool. You need something that can go with you. Some people can't wake up and do what they have to do because they don't feel good.
But you're so cool. Y'all got to go follow her on all her social medias as the Virgin Hair Fantasy, because this girl ain't got no hair. Like
Zero.
Underneath this peruka right here, she ain't got no hair. Like zero. Like just which is exactly how I'd wear my hair if I was black.
It's perfect.
You are fine with no hair.
Love it.
But then you just will flip that peruka over in front of that screen and put that thing on, and you like Shazam.
With a straight
You
face.
a whole nother attitude.
A whole nother woman.
And so I love that, because this is what a peruka is. And you do all kinds of pop-ups.
Yes, I do.
Like you do a pop-up. So y'all have to go the Virgin Hair Fantasy. You got to follow her, because she don't only just show you how to level up. She also does lots of, inspirational stuff. And what you see, y'all know I don't endorse nobody if I don't believe in them, because y'all follow everything. If I don't believe in somebody and I put somebody on my stuff that is not who they say they are, y'all be following some counterfeit. So this woman right here, I endorse. I love your heart.
Thank you so
I love
much.
your marriage
Thank
to
you.
your sweet chef. So her husband is a phenomenal cook. Y'all, the recipe book that I showed all y'all, the spices, like y'all just got to go follow them, because they are a wonderful shining light in your news feeds.
Thank you so much.
And so this right here is 2. Y'all, it feels like literally real hair. Like you can flip it.
Yes.
Like you can do this. And I told Jay when she was making my wig, I said, I just want to be able to flip my hair. And she sent me it, and you colored it.
Yes.
And do you do a lot of white women hair?
I do.
Do you?
I do.
She killed it.
We did more after your post. So yes, it was very amazing.
I love that.
Yeah,
and so she sent me beautiful, all those things y'all saw me. She's the one that got me ready for long hair. All those beautiful wigs. Thank you so much that you
was a
would
fun
think and
time.
send them to me.
Oh, it was my pleasure.
I'm going to get another one, and I'm going to do more caramel this time.
That would be great.
I asked her if I could put it over my extensions, and she said absolutely.
Yes.
So y'all stay tuned, because Jane's going to teach us. Because I know a lot of y'all are leveling up. We've been doing Snatched with RTK.
I saw that.
Yes, we got people losing 30 pounds.
That's amazing.
Like getting it together. Now they just need some fabulous hair. Because some people don't have good hair. I don't have really good hair.
Me neither.
I don't have good hair. Like I have like wiry. So this is beautiful. But y'all look, it literally has this little piece right here.
Keeps it on.
And it keeps it on, and it doesn't come off. It's glueless. And so make sure you're going to go get your perukas. But I'm going to have more. I'll be putting more of her stuff in my stories this week while this is airing, so you guys can stay familiar with her and you can reach out to her. I know she does Miss Skittles.
Yes.
Who all do you do? You don't want to name drop?
Niecy Nash is one.
Oh, I love her.
She's so awesome. She got us on a TV show.
No.
Really sweet. I was like, God is the best PR.
He's the
That's
best
all I
PR
can
because
say.
your heart's right.
That's all I can say. Because
Jane, I'm telling you, that's why he keeps opening the windows of heaven over you and your husband.
it blows me away.
Because you've never changed.
Thank you so
Like
much.
you were humble. Like you guys are, what you see is what you get. You're integrable. You've got great character.
Oh.
Like, and the perukas, y'all, the way these things come, it's like you were opening, I'm talking, it is in a pink, beautiful satin bag. The hair is inside a gorgeous box. And you're almost like, I don't even want to touch it because it's just so wrapped. So it's excellent.
Thank you.
From the minute you send it.
Thank
You can just tell it was wrapped in love.
Yes.
And so I'm going to be sharing more of her stuff this week. This will be airing in June. So you guys, the 1st of June. So you guys will be seeing me. I always shout her out too. And I see her on my,
Yes, she does.
feed. Now I want to ask you another question. So you are definitely not scared of failure.
No.
Have you ever had anything fail?
Oh, girl, yes.
Tell me.
Multiple. One, my biggest one was I decided to launch a product line. Didn't do the right research. Didn't even ask my customers what they wanted. And I had this whole campaign around it and it failed.
What was it?
It was like 3 different products that didn't work with what they wanted. You're like, Jane, we don't want those products. We want the ones that will allow us to style the wigs. And I'm like, I thought you wanted to take care of your hair underneath. No, we already have something else for that. But when we come to you for wigs, we want everything that's connected to the wig.
I feel the same way.
I didn't do any market research. So I just thought, oh, let's do something different.
Did you lose money?
A lot of money.
Yeah?
Yes. My heart was like broken. I was like, come on. I thought I knew what you wanted, but no.
What'd you do with all the products?
Girl, I did a giveaway. Some people were happy. But
so she just told you is that there's going to be failure in experimenting.
Yes.
Like, I think that a lot of us quit when something fails, and especially when we've invested a lot of money into it and it fails, then we're scared to start something new.
And we connect our failure to our ability.
Yes.
It's like something failed. That thing failed. I didn't fail.
Yes.
It failed. I'm still the smart, beautiful woman that I am.
Say that again.
The thing failed, not I.
Come
I did
on.
not fail. So when you disconnect from that failure, you can get up faster.
Come on.
It's all in the getting up faster. I don't mind falling down. I just need to get up faster.
and move faster.
And move faster the next
And you got to
thing.
keep reminding yourself of the wins.
100%.
Like, you won before.
Yes.
Like, this was just Kentucky Fried Chicken. He failed how many times?
Exactly.
Listen.
Exactly.
So if you have not failed, you aren't trying.
You haven't done enough.
Were you married when you failed that time?
Yes, I did. And he told me not to do it. So he's like, you remember when we talked about this?
I was like, no.
Because and then you know what I told him?
I hate when they're right.
I was like, babe, this is hair. I got the hair part. This is hair. He goes, Jane, I'm just saying. I said, this is hair. And then when it failed, he was like, I guess this is hair, huh? Like, you knew what you were doing. So yeah.
But he let you start again.
He did.
Because y'all, it matters. It matters. I believe that every spouse, when you have a great marriage and you are always putting the spouse first, they're going to breathe life into whatever you desire to do.
100%.
So when your spouse is not supporting you, it's because they feel like you are putting it over them.
You know what? You're absolutely right.
And so that's why y'all thrive. Like, I watch y'all on social media, you and Chef. What's his handle?
Chef Ed Harris.
Chef Ed Harris. Y'all follow him too. He's got the most delicious spices ever and the greatest cookbook.
Thank you.
And everything's vegan, but you would never know it.
That's true.
It's like slutty vegan, but better. Like, it's just not better. So listen, Pinky, I'm not saying it's better. It's just different. But it's all these different recipes of stuff. And then you get to be his experience. You're the one that experiments.
All the time.
I love when that happens. So with him and you, when y'all come up with a new idea, how do you go about executing it? Because as a team.
That's a really good question. I think in the beginning, 2 years, I would say 2 years into our marriage, that caused a lot of problems.
It did.
Because he came in, he's the man. And I came in, I ran a $4 million store. Like, and he was like,
popping your collar in your marriage.
This is not going to fly in the house, Yeah. So we bumped heads in the beginning, and we quickly realized that, this is going to break us apart. We were so in tune that we saw the business pulling us apart when it came to decisions. And I was like, babe, we need help. We need therapy. I don't want us to fight like this. I don't want us to be, doing this if we're going to do this forever. So we pulled back. We got therapy. Our therapist was horrible. And I know there are people out there who go to therapy. What if therapy is part of the problem? That's what happened in my case.
Talk about that.
The therapist was terrible to the point where my husband was like, if we keep going here, she's going to break us up even faster.
Oh, gosh.
So you have to also recognize when you run to people for help.
Because she could, if y'all didn't know who you were, she could have made y'all feel like y'all.
Us, exactly. So we were so in tune, even in our fighting, that he was like, Jane, what she said wasn't nice to you. Like, we knew. So then we went to church. So we literally held hands and went to church and prayed together. Went to I think it was a marriage conference. And the preacher at the time was like, put the other person first. You have to trust that the person will also put you first. And when we started doing that, it became really intentional. We had a poster that the pastor gave us. It said, to remind us to do that, everything started changing. So now when we make decisions, it's like, what's the best decision? What should we do first? So I think you should go, no, your decision should go first. Why? And then we sit there and we say, okay, which one's going to benefit us? Which one's going to hurt us? So we go through it without any egos. So it's not about who's right, who's wrong. It's about what's best for the family.
Yeah. What happens when one of y'all's is more successful than the other?
Oh, that happens in
but
different projects.
that breaks a lot of...
It does.
Yeah.
It does. I remember in the beginning of our marriage, the hair business was killing it and pushing because he was building his consulting business. Now the consulting business is blowing up. So understanding that when the money comes in, it's our money.
Ours.
There's no, oh, no, we are all part of this thing.
Because, Jane, we got a problem in society right now.
Huge.
With women that are sleeping with their Birkin bags.
Huge.
Because they are like, oh, I need a man that's doing this. And what about a man that holds your tail down? What about a man that is literally breathing life into you when your knees are knocking?
Exactly.
And so, man, that is phenomenal.
I think value, just knowing the value of your partner, when you connect everything to money, that's part of the problem. What about your soul? What about your heart?
Man.
What about one that sits there and writes the gratitude list with you? So if you know what you're like, I know what I need. I need my spirit to be right. The bank account could be in the red, but if my spirit is in the green, I'm good because that money is going to come and go. So I think also knowing the value of what I want from what to me, my definition of success. Yeah. What is success to me? I thought it was just money in the bank because that's what I thought until I had the money. Then I didn't have the money. And I realized that the only thing I could really hold on to was my soul, my spirit. That's never going to change. Like you can never take that. That's when I started focusing more on building that, making that healthier.
Yeah. And y'all are real healthy.
We became healthier.
Y'all haven't always been like that? Really?
I did not even buy a vegetable at the store before I met Chef.
And now y'all go to the fresh market every weekend.
Saturday. It's part of our tradition.
Really?
Our kids know it.
What made y'all change?
We watch What the Health on HBO, Netflix. Yes, I believe. And in that moment, I was like, I can choose a healthier life. And then I'm like, the work I'm trying to do with God, I got to be alive to do it.
And I got to be my brand.
And I got to be the best self I can
Yes.
be. Beauty is not just putting on this wig and makeup and lashes. It's also how I feel.
Yes.
So when I sing in front of the camera with no makeup, I still feel good.
Yeah.
Because I love this vessel.
Yeah.
I love this person. That
So did Chef all of a sudden become healthy cook when y'all watched that show?
We all did. We watched it as a family. Because we're like, if we're going to do this, we're going to do it as a family. So we made all the kids watch, all three of them. And after the show, they came up to us and like, Mommy, Daddy, this is it, right? We're done. We're going to do this. I said, really, we are? So we're going to do it as a family. The youngest, who were like, okay, when we got them on board, we knew we were good. So yeah, and that's how we started. And the kids Chef and I went back. That's why we started off being vegan-ish. Because I'm like, I can't just cut like right there, right?
Yeah.
So we became vegan-ish where some days we'll do meat, some days we won't. But the kids went vegan. They were so disgusted.
Really?
They did not touch it afterwards. So we told them that because we were adults and it takes a little long. Girl, we had a whole story. Because they would be in the garage smelling it. They're like, Mommy, did you eat chicken today? We said, we did. We ate it a little bit, but this is the second time this week we had it. Girl, kids, they will hold you accountable.
I know it. And they ain't got no reason to lie.
And that smell, and that's another thing that got me. I'm like, that smell will stay in the garage for days, and we will get caught. So we were like, I can't be lying to the kids. I gotta tell them the truth. So they kept us straight.
Man, y'all, we got to go to a break real quick. This is like, this time has gone by so fast. Well, you know what I want you to do? Like, I want you to take that off.
Oh, I will. I actually was going to ask you because I was going to throw you off.
Oh, no.
Yes, okay.
I want y'all to
see.
see. Like, when we come back, she's going to have the prig off. And I want her to show you how easy it is to put it on.
Yes.
Like, I'm going to order me one too. So I'm going to change it up in the next few months. And I'm going to start with my extensions.
I'm excited.
I know it. Me too. So we're going to be right back. You do not want to miss this because she's going to come back without her peruca and show you how easy it is to put it on. And I don't know about you guys, but I am so encouraged. Like, I want to go start another business. Like, you're like our Black Sex in the City.
Oh, so sad. I love Sex and the City.
I was like, you are our Sarah. Oh, was that her name?
That's my favorite one, Sarah.
Because you are so her. You know, really, honestly, when I watch you online, I think that. Like, you got that same flair.
You just blew my mind with
you got that flair with your style. I love it.
Thank you.
All right, so we will be right back. Don't you go nowhere. We'll be right back. Hello, everybody, and welcome back. So I have the greatest gift today on this show with me, Jane. You can follow her on all social medias as the Virgin Hair Fantasy.
Yes. And
she is just a boss chick, but her heart is the reason why God's blessing her ministry.
Thank you so much.
I think what you're doing is such a gift because you're giving women power. You're giving them their beauty back.
Thank you.
And it's making them feel so beautiful. So I want you to show them. Go ahead and show them. Y'all, she will come out with several different perucas throughout the day. So you got to follow her on social media. Watch this. Watch.
See how easy that was?
Look at that.
So easy.
I mean, such a queen.
Thank you. Easy.
This girl is on fire. Did you show them the inside?
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Y'all look. Like, it is so
26
easy.
inches.
Oh, honey, you could come
From
home.
0 inches.
Yo, you could order one tonight and come home to your husband.
Different person.
And he would have a whole new woman.
Exactly.
He would die. He'd be like, Where's my wife? Baby, she is under this. Y'all, look how easy it is. Look. She's just, you just clip it. Like, it's that easy. Look at that. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh.
So easy.
And y'all, she don't even have a mirror right now.
You know what? That's going to be the challenge.
Look at
Make
me.
sure my sideburns.
Oh, honey. Like it never came off.
Awesome.
Y'all, look at that. And can they wash these?
Oh, yes, for sure.
Like, y'all, she even shows you. She has peruca classes.
I do classes just to teach you how to do it.
And y'all, she's so hands-on. Like, she's not just somebody that you're going to, I really want you to put her on.
Which one? You want to put this one?
Yeah, I want you to put it on.
God, that's one of my favorite
ones.
ones.
I love that one on you.
Oh, wait till you see it on.
Y'all, look how beautiful. Like, I'm telling you, she changes her look up throughout the day. And it is fabulous. Do you keep your hair short because it's easier? Because it's easier to put these on?
My husband likes short hair.
Oh.
So he's like, every now and then I rock my
He
short
likes
hair.
that exotic queen.
So he's like, you know what? The first time he suggested I cut my hair, I'm like, because you want me to be like your mama. Because his mama has short hair. I was like, I'm not ready to just cut my hair off. He goes, but Jane, I find that it's so much easier for you. I just thought it would be easier. I was like, don't ever suggest I cut my hair. A year later, I cut my hair and I love it.
Oh, I love it.
Yeah, I really like it.
It is so fabulous and so chic.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
But look at this.
Oh,
look at me.
This one.
I mean,
So cute.
yo, you could have a different look and like 10. It looks really good on.
Thank you. This one looks really natural.
Oh, yes. So how much is like this one?
So this one is $595.
And you can wash it.
Yes.
So, even extensions are way more pricey than this. Put your mic back over there so they can hear you. So this one's $595. You wash it. How much was the 26-inch you had?
That one is $1,900.
But y'all, how long do these last?
Gosh, 3 to 5 years. 3 to 5 years.
And whenever you go to the extension lady, it's like more than that just to get them tightened.
And then time, and versatility. And we're also talking about your hair is healthier because you just have, it's like a hat. It's like you're putting on a hat.
You do not know how many of my friends have told me, you must do wigs. I said, girl, I've already been there. I've already done wigs. They're like, it will save your hair.
Oh my gosh.
It will I just got so busy with life that I just took a break from perucas. But today you got my fire lit again. Ooh. She did. So y'all listen, don't be scared because I know some of y'all have had the same hairstyle for freaking 3 decades. It's time to change.
Yes. Yes.
It's time for you to invest Don't go to Starbucks for about 2 months. Save your money. Jane is hands-on. She doesn't just throw a peruca out there. She will help you put the perucas on.
Yes.
Also, she gives so much free just knowledge on her Instagram, which is at the Virgin Hair Fantasy.
Yes.
Her husband, y'all, if you don't know how to cook, he's better than watching Pinterest. Yeah, he literally, and she's his taste guru.
I sure am.
Over here. And what's his Instagram?
At Chef Ed Harris.
At Chef Ed Harris. And his spices, his seasonings are delicious. So they're just a whole family mogul. And so do you have business classes or anything too?
We do.
Because doesn't your husband consult as well?
He does. We help people do what we've been doing for 15 years.
Wow.
So we started our business with $500. So whenever I see someone like, oh, I want to start a business, but I don't have the money, I'm like, do you have $500? You can do it.
I push everybody,
please,
to start something.
Yes, I've been on your lives. I've been on your lives, and you encourage people to do it.
We need to do a live.
It's freedom.
Yeah, just to kind of give people encouragement, that push, because it's so scary.
It's so
especially
scary.
the single moms.
Yes, especially the single moms. I did a live once where I was like, if you're a single mom, you have no money, I have a business that you can start immediately. People were like, I thought you were a wig maker. I said, no, I just felt like doing it. I was able to connect like 10. I said, you can sell products on eBay.
Yes.
And just show the picture. And when it sells, you fulfill it through Walmart. You are like a middleman making money. I am the queen of that. I love that. But it's a way for a single mom who has no money to start. Like you said, just start.
Oh my God, just step out.
Just start.
Even my staff, like I got my staff, like starting candle businesses and catering businesses. And I just think that anybody that's connected to you should be doing more than you.
Oh,
right?
I agree.
And that's why I love you. I love your heart, because that's the way you are too. You are like sisterhood big time.
Thank you. I am.
Thank you for being my friend.
Thank you for being my friend.
Thank you for being my BFF before I ever met you.
Thank you so much.
This is only the second time we've met.
I know. The first time we met, you remember the selfie we took?
Yes.
So cute.
I mean, I sat down beside you and I was like, this is my girl, man. That instant connection online was for real when we got to meet.
It was.
Yep. So tell everybody how they can find you.
At the Virgin Hair Fantasy on Instagram, and all handles actually, at the Virgin Hair Fantasy.
Do you have a TikTok?
Yes, I do. Same handle on TikTok. Yes.
I love that you have the same name on every platform.
It makes it easy.
I don't understand why people don't do that.
I know.
Y'all need to get the same handle on every platform. Make it easy for people to find you.
Please.
You have a website?
Yes, the Virgin Hair Fantasy.
At virginhairfantasy.com?
Yes.
What about store?
We don't have a store with online business.
You're an online business?
Yes.
So what does that mean?
Meaning no overhead.
No. I meant like an online store.
Oh, we just do it online, and we do everything
through your website.
Yes, through our website.
I love that. And you send all over the world.
Yes.
So y'all, there's no excuse. What if somebody gets their peruca? I just felt this leap in my spirit because somebody's asking this right now. What if I get my peruca and it doesn't work?
Oh, that's a great question. We have a no hassle exchange policy.
Really?
And after you buy it, even if it's 5 years and you kind of get tired of it, because it's an investment. You spend, for example, someone who spends $3,000. So after like 5 years, you're sick of it. You've cut it, you've colored it, you're done with it. You can send it in and we can upgrade it for you. Yeah, it's our upgrade program. It's one of our best programs that we have.
People do that?
All the time.
This is why you are succeeding.
All the time.
I am so proud of you.
Yeah,
did y'all hear that?
It's the only hair upgrade program that I've ever heard of in the hair business.
Ever.
So,
but that's what scared me even on this journey, because I was just no maintenance. And then all of a sudden I'm this high girl maintenance. Thank God that I became so girly. I love it, but it takes a lot of work. And I was afraid, what if I invest $2,000, because that's a lot of money.
It is a lot of money.
And it doesn't look good on me.
Exactly.
So if someone buys a peruca and they don't know what to do when they get it,
we do FaceTime. They can come in.
I knew you were going to say that.
They can come sit in my chair if they want. They can come to Atlanta.
Really?
Or we can do FaceTime. We do a lot of FaceTime. I mean, because a lot of my clients are in the Middle East or they're in Europe and they can't come. So they have to do FaceTime. And we've been able to solve many problems just by FaceTime. I'm like, ma'am, you got the wig on backwards. That's why that,
Yo,
stuff like that.
That would so be me.
So, because a lot of people don't know what to do.
Yeah.
They've never, some people really need a wig. Some people can't even go to their high school reunion because they don't love their hair.
Well, I even listened to Miss Skittles the other day.
Oh my God.
And she wears all your perucas. And she says, y'all, I do not know how to do hair.
No.
She'll tell the whole world. Now, she can make all the money. She is a boss. But she's like, I can't do hair.
Yeah.
And so even if you are building businesses, a lot of times we're just not gifted with hair. Yo, I am not good with hair. I'm not even good with makeup. I am out here, thanking God for bringing people like you in my life, but don't not do it because you're afraid.
Exactly.
When you've got somebody like Jane that will literally stand, yo, I am putting all my trust in this lady because I've seen her do it.
Thank you.
Yeah. So thank you for coming.
Thank you for having me.
Everybody go follow at The Virgin Hair Fantasy. You'll be seeing some of her stuff on my pages just because I love her so much.
Thank you.
And pushing the heck out of her because I want all of y'all to be beautiful. I want every single one of you ladies out there. I don't care if you're 76, 86, 56, 46. I want you to be a bombshell.
Exactly.
I want you to love you. I want you to take care of you. And it starts from the inside, but that inside really works better healing when you on the outside feel good.
Yes.
And so we love you.
Love you back.
Thank you for coming.
Thank you for having me. This is such an honor. Thank you.
Love you guys. Hey, here's to looking more beautiful.
Yes.
Remember, go subscribe,
Yes.
share this with somebody, and hey, send me some questions that you would like me to ask Jane because I'll have her back for sure.
Yay.
rtkquestions@gmail.com. Love you guys.
Yay Networks.